Welcome to CDT day 111. It is about 7:30 a.m. and we're about to be packing up camp, have a little breakfast, and then get going pretty soon here. We have 31.1 miles to the highway to get a hitch into Du Bois, so it's probably going to be a late evening hitch. But there are about 3 miles that we can cut off with a couple quick shortcuts that cut off some pretty unnecessary mileage on the trail. So we're looking at about maybe 28 miles. So if I can do that in about 12 hours, that should get us there about 8:30 p.m. and should still be able to get a hitch while there's some light. And then we can get into Du Bois, stay at the church for free. And then tomorrow will be a 0 day so that I can get everything at the post office, do a bunch of town chores, clean up a lot of the stuff on my pack that has food stuff on it so I'm not attracting bears, and a bunch of other things like that, especially eating a lot of food. So that's the plan for the day anyways. You know, worst case scenario, have to camp near the couple miles short of the highway and then get in tomorrow morning. Really, six in one hand, half dozen in the other, really doesn't really matter. So we'll just see how it goes today. But the plan is to get into Du Bois. Got some camp visitors this morning. Some inquisitive cows. Getting actually extremely close for cows. Just camped under these trees over here last night. And we're going to hop on the 6 mile long Lead Creek alternate off the CDT that goes uphill instead of down. And you get really good views of the surrounding landscapes and possible sighting of a pretty big antelope herd as well. So that'll be exciting. All right, it is 8:30 a.m. on Sunday, August 18th. We are on the move. This alternate is already totally worth it. Get this beautiful view of the Tetons in the back. See how crazy those summits are. Actually, the one in the middle could be a real life pose for Mount Crumpet from the Grinch. But yeah, this is just an ATV road, so very easy walking. And 360-degree views, rolling hills, some plateaus. No views of the winds anymore. We are officially out of them. They're just mountains on top of mountains. It's beautiful. I got a herd of pronghorn way up ahead. You could tell by the big white fluffy butts. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Yeah, I was told, like I said before, that apparently there's a herd of about 100 that hang out in here pretty often. That one was probably about 20. Still pretty big though, awesome to see. But man, they're so skittish. They're always way too far away to capture on video. All right, back on the official CDT after the 6 mile Lead Creek alternate. Did it in about an hour and a half, so busted it out at a rate of about 4 miles per hour. Jesus is far enough ahead of me that I can't see him, so he's going even faster than 4 miles per hour. It's crazy. Of course, he had 2 coffees this morning, so he's pretty jolted. Great pace. I wish it was one I could keep all day, but it's just not. So if I got 25 miles left. If I can keep a 2.5 mile per hour average, which is not too much to ask, I'll get to the highway by 8 p.m. There'll still be enough light to get a hitch into town. Anything faster than that is just gold. I'm walking through a burn area. Looks fairly recent, past couple years. Always interesting to see. Well, we took a shortcut that turned into a bushwhack because the road that the map says was there is not there.
Which turned into a scramble.
Which is now turning into a scramble. So this was also not really shown very well on the map, and we got to find our way down. But luckily, scrambling's pretty fun, so we're gonna try it out. We gotta get down there somewhere, and somewhere in there, there's a road to reconnect to the trail. But man, is this not beautiful out here. I spy with my little eye Jesus. Can you find him? Oh, he's moving. That doesn't help. There he is. Love these technical boulder scrambles. I wanna get technical, technical, and gonna get physical, physical. Whoa! Watch those ankles. Alright, back on the official path, and that shortcut seemed to probably shave off a mile, maybe even 2, because we were able to do 5 miles of red line, the official trail, in about an hour. And I don't know about you guys, but I can't walk 5 miles per hour, and especially when I'm boulder scrambling down the side of a hill for a couple 100 feet. So I'm thinking I probably cut about 2 miles off. Worked out pretty well, even though both roads that were on my map weren't actually there in real life. So if those roads were there, it would have been even quicker. So, works out pretty well. All right, another successful shortcut. Bushwhack through just this ridiculous hairpin turn. It'd be insane to see on the map. That does 1.5 miles, but the two ends connect within a quarter mile. So it's like no brainer. Even people that comment on Gut Hooks like, just walk through the woods. I don't even know why you'd walk this. But I am solo now for the rest of the day, because Jesus and I had a difference of opinion on which shortcut to take. Not like a argumentative one, just he wanted to take the road down to Lava Mountain Lodge and then get a hitch up to the highway where I'm walking to now, and then walk back down to the lodge, and that gives you continuous footsteps, and it's the equivalent distance. But I was like, you know, if it's the same distance, I'll just take the trail. I'm not too keen on highway walking. And so, you know, his shortcut has better reasons than mine for some things, and mine are better than his for others. But really, you could go either way, and you're going to get the same result. Continuous footsteps connected to the top of the highway. But we decided to take each of our own shortcuts and just meet each other in town. So that's what we're going to do. So he's on his way down to Lava Mountain Lodge, and I'm continuing up the trail. Should be about 7 more miles to the highway, but I have one more shortcut up my sleeve that should save me a mile or 2. So 5 to 6 miles remaining. I just realized I've been doing all this bushwhacking today. Never even showed it to you guys to see what it's like. Well, it's mostly crap. It's like right now, just trying to figure out how to get around, and you have to push through a lot of bushes, a lot of weeds, a lot of stuff you don't normally have to deal with on trail, and then some water crossings like this one, and then you just push through uneven terrain until you do a shortcut. So this one is going to cut off about 2.5 miles, I believe. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to cut off about 2.5 miles, so it's worth the extra effort in my mind. Oh my god, that is so worth it. I see the highway right over there. It would have been 3.3 miles. Instead, I spent all of 15 minutes out here in the bushwhack when it normally would have been an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. And there's a highway. That is so nice. I love it when a good schwacking works out. What I did not foresee while celebrating too soon is the final boss. Oh god, it's everywhere. Oh, that's open. All right, made it to the road around 10 of 6. Been here about 5-10 minutes. Haven't gotten a hitch yet, but I still have plenty of time, so. I'm told I look too much like a serial killer when I hitch, so the hat and the sunglasses are off. Probably gonna get sunburn, which is why I wear the hat and sunglasses all the time, but you know, such is life with a hitch. But there's an older couple that just slowed down, put their blinker on, and I actually put out like the fists like I was cheering, and they just turned onto this road that I walked down on and just started driving up it, so they were not gonna pick me up, so that was pretty embarrassing. But also I was just like, who drives on this road? It just seems so remote. But yeah, such is life. I'll wait for the next one. It's only been like 15 minutes, so my average for this face is usually about 2 hours, so still optimistic. I just noticed how beautifully flat that mountain is, and it's all like cinder. I wonder if that's a volcano. I have no way of knowing. I mean, I can figure it out. I will figure it out. So it turns out this mountain behind me is called Lava Mountain. So chances are pretty good that this might be an inactive volcano, because there's like Lava Creek around here, and there's a lot of lava rock that I've seen and actually walked over and climbed over, so maybe that's a volcano. Pretty cool. I mean, we are within 50 miles of Yellowstone, so it's entirely possible. But also, that older couple that went down this road and I was all embarrassed, came back and then continued to Du Bois and totally stiffed me. So I'm not even embarrassed anymore. How dare you, Mr. and Mrs. elderly people. I never get elderly people to pick me up. It's only people who aren't scared of me, so it's other guys my size or larger. Unfortunately, with this beard, that's all I can get these days. It's just too much sun for my eyes to bear, so hat's back on. I've now been out here for an hour and 15 minutes, and probably 100 cars came by. Nobody gives a crap about me. So I got my backpack back on and the trekking poles out, because that's really the only thing that distinguishes me from a serial killer, apparently, is trekking poles. So the props are out, nothing, no bites, and all the food places close at 8, and this town is about a half-hour drive away. So it's 10 after 7 p.m. right now. So basically the amount of time it's taken to get this hitch, I can't get dinner anymore, so I guess I'll be going without food tonight. Woe is me. Ooh, it's dark in here. I finally made it into town after just shy of 2 hours of waiting for a hitch. It's not too bad, but really nice guy. Brought me all the way to the church, which is where I'm staying tonight, to find Jesus in here. Jesus is in the church. Crazy, right? We also have friend Pabst in here, so we're having a grand old time. Oh yeah, you want to say hi, Pabst? He's in there. He's the dark guy right over there who had Giardia. He's the guy in the dark because we only have one light on, even though we have control over all the lights. But just having a little smorgasbord for dinner because the hiker box in here is incredible. So we got some chips, some pretzels, some cheese, some butterfly crackers, some sugary cereal, having some ramen, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here. So yeah, we're all just kind of hanging out here for the night. I did not go out for dinner. I just figured I'd have some chips and crackers and stuff, and I'll go out for breakfast tomorrow morning. And yeah, that's about it. Do some exploring tomorrow, because the current plan is still to have a 0 here tomorrow so I can charge up my brand new battery and do a lot of my chores and stuff. So see how that goes. Alright, we'll end the day with some stats. Today was a 31.2 mile day on trail with 4,000 feet of climbing. The elevation profile is pretty accurate, but I think I probably, with the shortcuts and bushwhacking, probably shaved 5, maybe 6 miles off. So I think my body experienced about 26 miles today. So still a pretty decently long day. Finally got that hitch into town after waiting so long. Yeah, so that's the end of the day, and just check out, I think I have a single photo, to be honest, but I'll see you guys tomorrow, which will be a 0 day in Du Bois, and I can show you guys town and all the chores that I'll be doing